Hello, and welcome to episode 58 of Give Yourself Some Leeway, with me, your host, Eugene Lee. Today, I want to keep things short and snappy. Over the next few episodes for the summer, I just want to keep it to the point and cover a few things that have been coming up either in conversations with you or coming up on my LinkedIn feeds, things that have been trending a lot in the space and things that have been at the forefront of my mind. I've been going on these early morning walks lately and having these early morning rants on Instagram Live. And there are things that I want to delve a little deeper into on the podcast here. Things that have been at the forefront of your mind that you've been reaching out and having questions about. Things that have been limiting you from reaching your full potential. And yes, I just want to delve deeper into these over the next few weeks, a few short, snappy episodes. So if you have anything that you do want to cover in the podcast or simply just have a chat with me, you can reach out to me. We can book a call on giveyourselfsomeleeway.com. You can send me a voice note or a DM on Instagram at eugene.leeway, or you can shoot me an email at eugene@leeway.ie. Recently, I've heard this a lot because maybe it's just things that I've been going through and conversations that I've been having that people have been like, oh, I really love what you're doing. I wish I could do something similar, but. And then there's that big but, followed by something like, but I don't have the time. But I really don't have the money to be doing that. But I don't think I'd be any good at it anyway, but there's so many other people doing it. I don't think I'd ever be successful at it. But the market is saturated. But I'd probably look boring on social media anyway. But I don't know where to start. And when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, why people don't pursue their passions or don't take action on maybe starting their own business or pursuing a side hustle or taking up that musical instrument or taking up that dance class. And when you really look down the nitty gritty details of it, it all comes down to these conditioned beliefs, things that we've carried from a young age. And it's not your fault. I mean, these things are only true if you believe them to be true. Because when you're young, you're highly influenced by older people in your environment, be it how you're raised in society, the culture that you live in, your parents, your teachers, your sports coaches. These are all beliefs. The beliefs that they have are the beliefs that become your part of your story. And it's not that it's not like a culture shock that when you're 5 years old and someone tells you what to believe or this is how things are done, you're unlikely to question that, and you're told not to question that. Definitely, I think traditional here is where, and I think most of Western cultures, that you have go to school, get a job, and stay in that job for the next 40 years and then retire and enjoy your 10 years after retirement. Um, and it's pretty much stick your head in a book, sit down at the desk, don't question anything, and whatever you do, don't ever leave your job. Sure, you'd be lucky to get anything at all, and just retire and enjoy those last 10 years of your life then, and don't question it. That's just how things are done. And yeah, uh, that can have devastating effects. I mean, having those beliefs and not questioning those beliefs, the impact can be astronomical or catastrophical, or I don't know, insert massive synonyms here. Um, I, coming with those conditioned beliefs, I mean, the effects they can have, it can really, it can really foster self doubt. These conditioned beliefs that we have passed down from our parents or people of influence in our lives, they can become part of your identity. We start doubting our abilities. We doubt our self worth and our own potential. By having these self limiting beliefs, these conditioned beliefs, it can create a barrier between who we are and who we identify as and who we want to become, because it's it puts you in a box. I think one good story that I can think of that helps to describe this conditioning beliefs is a flea. The flea left to its own devices can jump 6 feet high, maybe higher. But if you put that flea in a jar and screw the lid on, not too tightly, give the flea room to breathe. But if that flea keeps jumping from the bottom of the jar to the lid, it's going to, after after a while, it's going to be like, okay, this is the limit. I'm just going to keep hitting my head off the lid of the jar. And then after long enough, if you take the lid off, that flea won't jump higher than the top of the jar because it believes that's as high as it can jump without hurting itself. That's its new limit, and that's the limit that conditioned beliefs have on us. It's similar to in the circus, they used to put a chain around an elephant calf's neck, and it was a heavy chain on an elephant calf. But as the elephant grows older, it would have the same chain, maybe a lighter chain around its neck when they have it in the pen. And it believes because it couldn't move that chain as a calf that it no longer can, even though the elephant is probably 100 times stronger and that chain is probably a featherweight around its neck. It's still conditioned to believe that that chain is holding it down in place. And that's the power that these conditioned beliefs can have on us if we believe them to be so, if we believe them as our truths. It puts us in a box having these conditioned beliefs. And it's a box that we create ourselves around the true potential that we can achieve in our lives. Now, the best way for us to start overcoming these limiting beliefs is by questioning them. You need to ask yourself why you hold certain beliefs and whether they align with your authentic self. Challenge what you believe, challenge the assumptions and the limitations that they impose on you. I think a lot of the time people have limiting beliefs on why they can't do something. It's not until you start asking why that you become aware that this is just a conditioned belief that is limiting your potential. You need to surround yourself with diverse perspectives, change your environment, and seek out new experiences that can help to expand your mindset by embracing curiosity in your environment and openness. You can break free from these conditioned beliefs of your childhood and unlock a whole world of possibilities. I think it all comes down to personal growth. And this is going to be me rambling on again about personal growth. I'll try not to, but embracing personal growth, these conditioned beliefs that we always have, uh, it they're there because our parents or grandparents came from times where, yes, they were set in their ways and they didn't have as much opportunity as we have nowadays. Yes, they believe that the best route to success is by going to college, getting that degree, landing a well paying job, and staying in that job for as long as possible and saving and earning as much as possible over 40 years. And that's how you can enjoy the remainder of your life with your pension. And that's just how things were for them. But there's a whole world of opportunity nowadays, especially in the digital age. And I feel that for millennials, they are the most impacted by these conditioned beliefs passed down by parents and grandparents, by the previous generations. And trying to overcome those limiting beliefs, it does take time. You need take a moment for self awareness to realize, do these beliefs align with what I want? Take a moment for self compassion. You need to stop doubting yourself and challenge the negative self talk that is brought on by these conditioned beliefs and replace it with affirmations and empowering thoughts, power sentences. Surround yourself with supportive individuals in your life who believe in your potential. Celebrate the smallest wins you have every day, no matter how small they are, be that having a glass of water first thing in the morning or smiling at your reflection in the mirror. Those are big wins. Start every day with those wins and remind yourself that you have strengths. You can achieve anything. Remind yourself of all your accomplishments. Reframing your self-perception and nurturing your self-belief this way, treating yourself with kindness and compassion, helps you to break free from these conditioned beliefs. And finally, just take care of yourself. Again, this comes back to self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-care. Taking care of yourself first helps you to overcome beliefs that you've had maybe as a child that were limiting your potential. Take a moment for self-care. Take that dance class. Learn that musical instrument. Put yourself in a positive growth environment where you can learn a new skill, or join a new community of people that you feel are probably a level above you and maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone, and embrace that discomfort. Because setting small goals and putting yourself in those new environments helps you to embrace growth and change in your life. I really hope that this helps you. If you feel there's something holding you back recently, and maybe it is a conditioned belief, maybe you believe it's not a conditioned belief, I'd love to hear from you and we can chat more about it. So you can reach out to me, as always, at giveyourselfsomeleeway.com. You can send me a voice note, DM me at eugene.leeway on Instagram, or shoot me an email, eugene@leeway.ie. Thank you, and I really hope you enjoyed today's episode on what's been holding you back. And I look forward to talking to you next week. Until then, take care.